Moshe Engelberg is the founder and CEO at ResearchWorks, which does strategic marketing and communication research to empower their clients with game changing customer knowledge and marketing strategy. ResearchWorks delivers measurable results, not unmeasurable results, but measurable results that advance their clients' missions and improves their clients' bottom line. Moshe is the author of a phenomenal book you have to check out entitled The Amare Wave, Uplifting Business by Putting Love to Work. Moshe, so nice to meet you. How are you?
Good, good. Good to meet you too, Dave.
And the word amare, where does that come from?
It's a Latin word for love. And I use that. Initially, the book was entitled a little more provocatively, Making Customer Love, then Making Business Love, and things like that. And
Yeah.
then a thought partner on it said, let's use the Latin term amare. It's less loaded, but still
Hmm.
has the connotation of love, and then talk about love directly in the book. So that's where amare came from.
Let's cannonball into the love swimming pool here, Moshe. With all this craziness, with all these other books and blogs and online learning things I'm exposing myself to, there's an awful lot of advice, there's awful lot of hard education, there's an awful lot of facts and statistics and stuff like that. Where does love, where does love fit into all of this?
To me, love is at the center of this, and it's really a different way to prosper in business. And I know that a lot of people hear the word love in business and they think it's an oxymoron. It just doesn't belong. Business, like in The Godfather, with the Godfather's son to son, he said, it's nothing personal, it's business. I
Just
think the
business.
opposite. Business is personal. We're persons, we're people. We don't check our hearts and souls at the door. Well, some of us do, but we're not wired to do that.
Hmm.
So we're human beings and we exist in this world and we do our work. And it brings up the question of why business exists. And then I'll circle back to your question about how love fits in. To me, business exists fundamentally to make people's lives better. In that way, it improves society. It brings value to society. No business has ever started solely with the objective of making money. It's a byproduct. They're really important and necessary. But every business starts with the idea of, I can do that better. I can solve that problem. I can improve that. That's a service. That's a way to make people's lives better. So if we believe business exists for the purpose of making life better, it is a social enterprise. And what better way to improve a social enterprise than with the power of love? And I want to be clear because love can easily, it's a loaded term and can get into all kinds of places that is not what I intend. So I define love rigorously simply as energy that uplifts and connects. So I'll give an example, Dave. When I walk into one of my favorite supermarkets, Trader Joe's, medium-sized chain here based
Hmm.
in the U.S., I feel a little bit uplifted. And like, yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Hmm.
It feels kind of good. And I feel a sense of connection. Yeah, I
Hmm.
belong here. It's kind of a little bit offbeat, different, as different kind of food, different personality. And I
Hmm.
feel like if people wear shirts like this
Hmm.
in Trader Joe's, they're eager. Employees are eager to help. They seem
Hmm.
genuinely happy.
Hmm.
I feel seen there.
Hmm.
So that's energy that uplifts and connects. Does Trader Joe's call it love? No. Does it matter? No.
Hmm.
People can call it a ham sandwich,
Hmm.
whatever. I don't care what they call it. I use the word amare as an alternative, but it,
But you come away from it. I'm a Trader Joe's customer as well. You come away from it feeling pretty good about them, you know?
yeah, yeah. And so what do? I talk about them. I tell other people about them.
Hmm.
I become a raving fan, as Ken Blanchard coined the term.
Sure.
So that's what love does, as opposed to most other grocery stores, especially chains.
Hmm.
I walk in and it's emotionally flat.
I
It's not
know
bad.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. If you were um, if a new leader, somebody who's just been given a team or a budget or a plan or a mission, came to you and said, Moshe, what are like the one or two things I need to know, about being a better leader? What would you tell them?
Well, I would start with telling them to ask a question. And the question is, in your organization, do you love your customers and do they love you back? So get grounded in that and the reality of that relationship. That's part one. And then that becomes a foundation from which you can grow a management style, a leadership approach, and so on. The second is you got to be yourself, your best self, and enable your people to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that means being transparent, being authentic, letting go of arrogance, saying things like those three special words, I don't know.
That's it. That's it. And just to wrap up here, Moshe, I'm going to ask you the question I ask everybody, which is, what lessons have we learned in this moment, in this high flux moment, whether it's COVID or working from home, civil unrest, poor economy? What lessons have we learned that we must not forget?
The main thing we've learned that we absolutely must not forget is we are all connected. And the connection is so clear. And there's events in the world, there's forces in the world that can make that very apparent, not necessarily in pleasant ways, but that's what we need. So this was a necessary wake-up call. I see leaders as having the opportunity to keep the humanity that this has brought, where many are saying, I do care about my employees. I can treat them better. I do care about my customers. And having that existential moment of recognizing what's really important and living in line with their values. So what they say and what they do match.
That's fantastic. Moshe, it was so nice to finally meet you face to face, and thanks for being patient with me with working out on my crazy scheduling stuff.
Sure.
But I really appreciate the time. Thank you.
Great being with you, Dave. I enjoyed it.